Good morning. We're going to get started because we all know high noon is around the corner. Greetings to our class of 2023, our seniors, our matched seniors. I feel like a parent just beaming with pride. I know all the parents and everything are here, but it's just I share that with you. I'm Margaret Chadwell. I'm the Dean of Student Affairs here, and I've gotten to know many of the students here through their 4 years, and it's just been wonderful. And this is the culmination of a lot of hard work. And you are true Wayne Warrior, no longer almost physicians in training warrior MDs to be, just around the corner. So we want to just recognize your hard work, accomplishments, and everyone that's in this room who has supported you on this journey. I know all those special people are sitting right next to you and around the table, so we want to welcome and really acknowledge all of your guests as well. Thank you for being here. Grandparents, I've seen all kinds of people on the elevators coming up, and it's just wonderful to celebrate all together. So, a few years ago, we started this journey together, and I was thinking about your class, and you are historic. Now, we're an old school, 155 years, and I'm a proud alum of this school as well. But you are historic in the sense that no other class that I know of, has gone through, had life pre-pandemic, experienced their medical education a little bit through a pandemic and after a pandemic, coming out of a pandemic. Nobody else has done that, so that's very, very special, very historic. But you are historic for another reason, for a very special other reason, and we're going to share that now. And I'm going to put a little monkey wrench in the program today and pull forward some super good news. And we're going to run the statistics presentation now instead of at the end when everybody's already anxious and won't listen to any PowerPoints. So I want to share this with you now. I won't give away any results because they're strictly embargoed until high noon. So I'll start here. So we had 206 match participants in this class. It's a little bit smaller class. Last year we had a ballooned class, and that's just ebbs and flows because some people go on educational leaves and things like that. So anyway, this class is a little bit smaller. The total class size you can see here. 3 people committed to a specialty research position and 2 postponed. So 266 went through the full match. And so this is where I think I want to share that good news. I'll do it. Yes, nobody got left behind, nobody. I just want to really acknowledge that because this week we worked with students who, because of shifts in specialty dynamics and special preferences, COVID kind of imposed that, I think, on the country. So we had to work with some students to readjust and things like that and to get to this 100%. And what was the most encouraging from the whole week of our staff going through this and our faculty, we saw the students' true colors. They were so professional. They were like brothers in arms, sisters in arms. They would stay with everybody. Nobody was left behind. And they just encouraged each other and helped each other, and here we are. So wonderful, wonderful testament to our true warrior spirit and celebrating this amazing, amazing result. The national success rate usually hovers around 92 to 94%. This year is 93.7%. Those are students who got a year 1 position. That's considered a match success, if you will. So national unmatched rate you see there. Now this COVID class, sort of COVID class, I don't know. There was a lot of talk about isolation and people but we've never had. So I don't believe it because we've never had this many couples. So 10% of the class couples matched. Okay, something was going on during COVID. I don't know. So. So you found each other somehow, but you know, we had 28 unique students, Wayne students in the couples match. 11 were Wayne pairs, and 3 of them did need some assistance with. So the couples match is a lot tougher than the regular match. So you can imagine. And they went for some really high flying competitive specialties. So we're thrilled. Everybody has a spot. Everybody has a place, and we did the best we could with all of that. So I'll keep moving here and show you the 7-year rate. And this is not a fluke, okay? I mean, 100% is, but it's not a fluke because, you know, we've had a consistently high match rate, and Michigan, you know, we're usually around 50%, and that held true this year too. So half of our students have a spot in Michigan. So our 7-year match rate stands at just over 98%, plus, you know, some change. Okay, so but pretty much 98%. So super proud of that. With the size of our school, we are the largest single campus school in the entire country. So that's saying a lot for our faculty, for our our dean, our administration, and everyone who helped with this. We did place 7% of our students through the SOAP process. That stands for Supplemental Offer and Assistance Program. That is a bona fide part of the match, and every position through that is a matched position. So it's because of the dynamics and the specialty preferences in that we did have to help some students obtain positions with that. They were all amazing students, and I couldn't be happier that they are all, you know, also part of the state celebration here. Okay, so I like that 0%. 100 and 0 is good. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, I won't belabor this. I will send this out later because everybody can look at this. I know we've got lots of other speakers and awards and fun things to students. You know, this is kind of your show, so I just wanted to get this out now because yeah, I just thought it'd be interesting. I will point this slide out that just to show you that this has gotten much tougher. So over the last, you know, 7 years that we've held our match rate steady and going up, there's been a drop, 10% in U.S. seniors matching in our national match. So that again speaks to, you know, and more students vying for the same positions, even though there was growth in positions. So again, just to highlight that, you know, you're amazing, and I don't know, that's all. I'll leave it there. It's amazing. So sure, go ahead and clap for yourselves. That's great. So Michigan students' positions, we're very proud of this number. We really want this number to stay where it is and even go higher. So we supply tons of the physicians all across the state of Michigan and all different specialties, and we're very proud of that fact. We want to continue to be that front runner with all the different schools in Michigan now. 35%, there was a little drop in the primary care rate, which as a family physician myself, it's I would like to see that number keep going up, but anyway, this is what it is here, and it tells you there what is included in primary care. We do need more primary care doctors. There's no doubt about that. So, you know, we can look at that a little bit for the next years. We matched into 17 different Michigan-based healthcare centers, and you can see them here. A lot of our students rotate there. I want to recognize our representatives from those healthcare systems here in the audience, from Beaumont and Spectrum, Henry Ford and DMC and St. John and U of M. So you can see there the trends there, and they do want our students, obviously, right? They always want our students as their residents, and so this speaks to that very nicely. How about this? We're in 30 states. Okay, this class is going to be distributed over the entire country, all right? And we had some shifts. So Florida swapped out with New York this year. Okay, so that's a big, that was a big shift. So we usually have East Coast, West Coast. We have a lot of California students, but Florida flipped in there for the first time that I can remember. 26 different specialties represented. Okay, here are the top 3. And again, dynamics, shift in dynamics, okay? So lots of surgeons and EM docs here, and always internal medicine, because there's a lot of specialization that happens after that in the different fellowships. And usually a little more than a third of the class matches in the same top 3 specialties. I won't go through the details of the next, but you can see all the different ones here. And I don't want to give anything away, so I'm going really fast. And, okay, that's it. All right, we got through that. So, and it's St. Patrick's Day today. It's match day, but it's St. Patrick's Day today. But I'm going to say luck didn't have too much to do with it, maybe a little. But rather than luck, I think it was sheer hard work of these students that are just amazing students. And just, spending time with them day in and day out with the counseling team, and for the last 4 years, I see it every day, and it's just, it's phenomenal. But I also want to acknowledge the hand of Providence, because I really believe that there is a special, some kind of touch on our class here and our team, my team in particular, that just super committed, and really just, there were miracles that were happening, I think, all through this. So I want to recognize that, and I want to now introduce our dean who gave us the leadership, and that is Dean Soccer, and I'm going to invite him onto the stage. He came to me 2 minutes before, and he said, cross out that whole introduction. He is a super accomplished scientist, researcher. He is, it was a 2-page introduction. I can read it if you want me to, but no, he wanted me to just say that he is more than anything a community leader, which he is in our community here, the Arab American community especially as well. Again, an accomplished researcher, scientist, and more than anything, he wants to be known to be a totally student-centered dean, and I can tell you that is absolutely the case. So Dean Soccer, come on up here and,
Wow, what a glorious day. For those of you who don't know Margaret Chadwell, every student knows her. She's always positive, outgoing, but there is always a special glow on her face on this day and on the graduation day. And that has always been the case since we knew her. She's very inspiring to her team, to the counselor, and we're not going to make this speech about you. But really, a lot of thanks and gratitude go to the entire team of the medical education, the counselors, the credit. The credit, however, goes in the first place to you, to the student, to the hard work that you have invested in the 4 years, and some more, those who took years for research and others, to your families who have been with you all along, trying to support you, and I would say also to your medical school. Your medical school is its faculty, its teachers, its staff, the hidden soldiers behind much of what we do, and also to the community that you support. There is hardly a medical school in the country, certainly in the state of Michigan, that is so community-oriented, with numerous programs that all of you lead and participate in on the way to the urban excellence that Wayne State University School of Medicine is known for. Many of you, as Dr. Chadwell said, will remain in the state of Michigan for training and then for practice. We continue to supply the state. Out of 7 medical schools in the state, we continue to supply the majority, more than any other medical school. somewhere between 40 and 50% of practicing physicians are a product of Wayne State University School of Medicine. And that's really a point of pride also. Many of you will go across the country, and you saw some of the statistics. I've heard many anecdotes from some of your teachers, some of your previous fellows and students, that I had to go to the ER somewhere in California, in Texas, and these are true stories. And the person who attended to me was a graduate of Wayne State medical student. I immediately knew I am in good hands. And what Dr. Chadwell said, that you guys are some of the most desirable resident to be, at least in this entire area of Southeast Michigan and beyond, but also in the country at large. This is a great culmination of your efforts. It's a testimonial to all your hard work, to all your sacrifices to get to this stage. You're moving from the student phase, although in your senior years you had mixed that with a lot of junior doctors' activities. And now you're moving into the training phase and then into your practice. Once a Wayne State medical student, though, is always a Wayne State medical student. You will join the largest alumni body of a medical school in the country. And I know Wayne State University will remain in your heart, and you will remain in ours. So congratulations to you and your family.
Need my glasses now. Our next guest is our Senior Vice Dean of Medical Education, Dr. Richard Baker. Dr. Baker is a medical graduate of Harvard Medical School and Massachusetts Institute of Technology and trained as an ophthalmologist. His postdoctoral training included a fellowship at the Joslin Diabetes Center, Harvard Medical School, and a National Institutes of Health fellowship in chronic disease epidemiology at the University of Minnesota School of Public Health. Dr. Baker joined the School of Medicine in August 2015 to lead the modernization of the medical education curriculum and to address accreditation standards. He held a number of key leadership positions at Charles Drew University of Medicine and Science before joining WSU, including Provost, Dean of the College of Medicine, President of the Charles Drew University Multi-Specialty Practice Group, Associate Vice President for Research, Associate Dean for Research, Assistant Dean for Medical Student Research, and Director of the Charles Drew National Institutes of Health. Wow. Research centers in the Minority Institutions Biomedical Research Center. He also served as the Associate Dean for the UCLA David Geffen School of Medicine. Please welcome Dr. Richard Baker.
Okay, so if I'd known we could chuck the introduction, I would have said it too.
Well, we need to have
okay, all right, so this is good. So let me start. So on behalf of the Office of Medical Education, let me first welcome our students, families, and guests. You have joined us on an auspicious and joyous day, and we're glad that you could celebrate with us as part of the Wayne State University School of Medicine family. So all of the family and guests, please, and friends, please stand up. Please stand up, stand up, stand up. Because I know most of you have gone through medical school too, so again. So secondly, I'd like to congratulate Dean Chadwell and her phenomenal, nationally recognized team in achieving the most successful match in the modern history of our institution. I will tell you, this achievement was a result of the relentless commitment and extraordinary efforts of all involved. In particular, I'd like to recognize the many faculty and staff involved in the MSPE Dean's Letter process, the SOAP process, and the technical support that resulted in an amazing, unprecedented result. So I'd like all the members of Team Chadwell to stand up. Stand up, stand up. This is all about recognition today. Nationally recognized team. And again, while I'm at it, let me take the opportunity to express my appreciation for the extraordinary contributions of the entire medical education family. It takes a village, and these wonderful physicians in training are the culmination of the efforts and support of each and every member of the medical education team. Each has contributed to who they are and will be in the future. So thank you, Team Medical Education, and all those people who are, or the little people, as Vicki says. The little people need to stand up. They're contributors. Oh, they're shy. The little people are shy. So, but all the other members and the faculty. So now to our students. The faculty and I are happy to celebrate this major milestone with you. We share in your pride of accomplishment. 4 years ago, you thought you achieved your ultimate goal when you received your letter of acceptance to medical school. Within a week of school, you realized that acceptance was merely the first step of an arduous journey. A few weeks from now, graduation will mark the end of that journey. Today is a different celebration. You probably now realize that this day is really why you came here. When you open your envelope, it will not represent the end of a journey, but instead the beginning. It will mark the first day of the rest of your life as a physician that you will now be. You have worked very hard to get to this coveted and decisive moment. During last year's match, there was between 3,000 to 5,000 more highly qualified applicants than there were available residency positions. This year's match was even more intense. You will open your envelope in a few minutes with the knowledge that you have achieved your residency position in perhaps the most competitive match in the history of this nation. So be proud. Your successful match is a reflection of the dedication, devotion, and sacrifice you have committed to becoming a physician. It also serves as validation of the faculty's faith in you and their sustained effort to educate physicians who will always be proud to say that they earned their medical degree at Wayne State University. Many of you will match in hospitals in Michigan. This is a tremendous source of pride for us. We matriculate more Michigan residents into our MD program. We graduate more MDs into Michigan residency programs, and have more graduates practicing in the state of Michigan than any school in the nation. Proudly and undoubtedly, we are the premier educator of Michigan physicians. Graduates who do match outside of Michigan go to some of the most prestigious programs in the nation and can be seen in virtually every state of the union. No matter where you land for the next phase of your medical education, we remain proud of you, our newest ambassadors. It has been our privilege to be entrusted with guiding you into the field of medicine. It will be our privilege to call you colleagues. Finally and importantly, I encourage you to remain connected with your alma mater, with your classmates and with fellow alumni. In the years to come, the school will serve as your touchstone, and you will perpetuate the core values and clinical excellence of the Wayne State University School of Medicine for your patients and for all those students who will follow in your path. Congratulations in advance to the class of 2023.
Thank you, Dr. Baker. Now it gives me great pleasure to welcome Dr. Rebecca Clis-Hulbert, Vice President of the Medical Alumni Association. She is also the Assistant Professor in the Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Neurosciences, Program Director for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry for the DMC Wayne State Program, and a really incredibly dedicated and committed alumni. And please give her a warm welcome. And she's wearing green colors too.
Thank you. On behalf of the Medical Alumni Association, welcome to one of the most exciting and anxiety-filled days of your lives. As Dr. Chadwell said, I'm Dr. Rebecca Klisch-Holbert, a proud triple graduate of Wayne State. I did my medical school here in 2004, residency in 2007, and fellowship in 2009. I am honored to be here to celebrate with you today, and let me just say, you guys have a swanky celebration. I told Dr. Wainio before, we did this in the Scott Hall cafeteria. And my family didn't even come. So congratulations to all of you. As you nervously wait for the clock to strike noon, I do want to share one piece of advice with you. Please remember that every single student here matched somewhere. And there are thousands of bright, aspiring, intelligent, dedicated students around the country who did not match. So keep that in mind, whether you got your first choice or your last choice today, it's a day to celebrate. As you look back over the last 4 years, you've had glimpses of what it means to be a Wayne State physician. When you think back to M1 and those first few weeks and how you felt, and compare that to how confident you are today, you know how much you've grown on your journey to becoming a Wayne State physician. Throughout your medical school years, we, the alumni of the school, have been privileged to offer financial and moral support as well as guidance as you follow your passions. So now, in just a few short minutes, although I'm sure they're going to feel really long, you will have the honor and privilege of calling yourself a Wayne State physician alumni. Then it's going to become your turn to be there to guide the next generation of students, to offer counsel, support, and funding. As you move on, we ask that you never forget where you came from and the great education that you received at Wayne State. It will be the basis for all of your future successes. Now, under normal circumstances, I would be making a pitch for you all to join the Alumni Association. However, we're very aware that nothing about your medical school career has been normal. So as a way to recognize the sacrifices you've made, we want to make sure that everyone in this class gets a free membership to the Alumni Association. Thanks. So you'll get more information about your free one-year membership in the future. On behalf of the 25,000 alumni across the country and around the world, we wish you much success on this next exciting phase of your medical training, and rest assured that we will continue to support you throughout your journey. Thank you.
I think you gave away too much because I think this was a great pitch to join this event right here. Because I do want to acknowledge that the Alumni Association, we could not have done this without them. They have really supported and provided financial support for this really nice celebration. I do remember the Scott Hall cafeteria and peeling the envelope off the desk and then going back to my shift. That's how I remember match day. So this is definitely a step up, and it's rightfully so. But I want to definitely thank the Alumni Association. Our Director of Alumni is here as well, Diane Poole. So thank you again. We work hand in glove, and they will do anything for students, really. And so I'm very, very appreciative of that. We'll segue now to welcoming and introducing the class president. Raul Gupta is class of 23 president. He is one of our international students from Canada. And he was elected for 4 years, to serve for 4 consecutive years. His leadership was instrumental, I believe, in helping guide this particular class throughout the pandemic. You didn't know what you were getting into, huh? He became the voice of the class, weighing in on impacting administrative decisions, championing primary care medicine in the legislature, and serving his Detroit community and peers with true compassion. It is my honor to welcome Raul to the stage.
Oh man, it's so hard to follow on all of these amazing speeches, but I have a little something prepared, so I'll say that today. Dear fellow medical students, friends, family, mentors, counselors, faculty, and administration, today is a momentous occasion for all of us. For years, we have dedicated ourselves to the rigorous and demanding path of medicine, pouring countless hours into our studies, into clinical rotations, into our research projects. We have faced obstacles and triumphs along the way, but through it all, we've remained committed to our shared goal of becoming skilled and compassionate physicians. Now, as we eagerly await the results of our medical residency match, I want to take a moment to reflect on our journey so far. We have grown and evolved as individuals and as a community, learning from our experiences from one another. We have formed deep and meaningful connections and relationships with our patients, our colleagues, our mentors, and have been humbled by the privilege and responsibility of caring for people, for patients. As we prepare to take our next step in our careers, I want to thank each and every one of you for your hard work, dedication, and perseverance. I want to acknowledge the sacrifices and challenges that you have faced, and the unwavering support of all of those who have encouraged and believed in you. I want to recognize the immense pride and gratitude that we feel for our profession and the privilege that we have to make a positive impact in the lives of others. And so, again, as we're in a final countdown, I want to offer my congratulations to all of you, because regardless of where we end up, we've already accomplished so much. And we've been shaped by our experiences, by the incredible community of individuals who have supported us along the way. And a special shout out to Student Affairs. We've done a lot of work together, and this is an amazing venue, an amazing event so far. Now, let us approach this moment with hope, optimism, and a deep sense of purpose. Let us remember the lessons and the values that we have learned, and let us carry them into our residency as we embark on this next phase of our journey. Thank you, and congratulations once again to all of you. At this point, we'll have my fellow Senate members and myself will announce winners of several scholarships and service awards. And as the names of these winners are announced, we ask that students come forward to have their photograph taken, preferably on the stage right. Our first award is the Herman and Eva Blum Endowed Award. This award will be presented by Ms. Renee Fine, accompanied by Mrs. Mary Blum. Ms. Fine is a longtime family friend, and Mrs. Blum is the daughter-in-law of Herman and Eva Blum. Now we will play a short introductory video for Herman and Eva Blum Endowed Award.
The key factors in setting up this award was my parents, who had been Jewish Holocaust survivors and had really impressed upon me the importance of serving man and mankind. And even though we were very poor, we had an incredible desire to raise ourselves from this poverty, to educate ourselves. And my parents, particularly with me, said, you can't forget the people you left behind, ever. So I think the question is, why set up the award now? I've thought about it for 6 years. I felt Wayne was instrumental in my getting a degree in medicine through scholarships, through encouragement, through many wonderful people and physicians that I saw dedicate their lives to helping people. And I thought we should have some acknowledgement for the people who go above and beyond. Everyone in medicine gives, everyone helps someone.
Good afternoon. My name is Renee Fine, and I'm a daughter of Holocaust survivors. I'm also the granddaughter of Eva Blum's childhood friend. Herman and Eva Blum believed that education was a major avenue in becoming free from poverty and to providing the means and ability to help the poor, the sick, and those in need, regardless of race, ethnicity, gender, or religion. This annual Community Service Award is to be given to the senior medical student who best represents these principles in thought and, most importantly, in action.
Good morning. This year's recipient of the Herman and Eva Blum Endowed Award is Jawad Buhamdan. Unfortunately, Jawad can't be with us today, and Dr. Chadwell is accepting on his behalf.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I was in contact with Jawad yesterday, and he wrote me an email. He said, like, he was waiting for this day his whole life, and with his family. And because of a family illness, he prioritized that. And that's why he couldn't be here. He wanted to extend, he didn't know he was going to win. We just told him he was one of the finalists, but he wanted to extend his greatest gratitude to the Bloom family regardless. And I just wanted to share that because I think it embodies the true warrior spirit. So Jawad, if you're watching this later with your family, I want to acknowledge you. You truly embody this award. I'm honored to receive it on your behalf.
We kind of skipped to the winner, but the nominees could also come on stage. We'll have certificates and photos for you. So we have our finalists were Callie Bartkowek, Roxanne Illigan, Sean Jones, and Dhruwil Patel.
Hello, everybody. My name is Katie Palmer Lovelock. This is Lauren Varvatos, and we are this year's selection co-chairs for Gold Humanism Honor Society. Gold Humanism is a society whose mission is to elevate the values of humanism and professionalism within the field of medicine, and recognize medical students, residents, role model physician teachers, and other exemplars for the demonstration and excellence of clinical care, leadership, compassion, and dedication to service. We are here today, though, to present the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award to both a senior medical student and a Wayne State faculty member. Both of these winners demonstrate outstanding compassion in the delivery of care, respect for patients and their families, and their fellow colleagues as well, and are excellent leaders in clinical care. So I'm very happy to announce that this year's winners are Miss Capricia Bell and Dr. LaTanya Riddle-Jones.
My name is Katie Adlaka, and I've had the honor of serving as the Class of 2023 Treasurer. The next award is the Herbert Mendelsohn Endowed Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship will be presented by Dr. Diane Levine. Dr. Levine is a professor of medicine, vice chair of medical education, and clinical educator for the Department of Internal Medicine. She is a 1982 graduate of the School of Medicine and has received multiple awards for her excellence in teaching. I have the absolute pleasure of welcoming Dr. Levine. Thank you.
The Herbert Mendelsohn Endowed Memorial Scholarship in memory of my dad, Dr. Herbert, reads as follows. Dr. Herbert Mendelsohn was committed to excellence in patient care. He believed in the art of medicine and that patients should be better after seeing the doctor, regardless of the ability to care or the treatment provided. He believed in emphasized humanity, humility, humor, and always going the extra mile to make the difference. Above all, he believed that physicians should maintain their enthusiasm. This award is given to two students whose enthusiasm, dedication, and passion for the field of medicine and helping others embodies the ideals of my father. And the winners are, Capricia Bell, get back up here. And And also the soon-to-be Dr. Hannah Schumann.
Alrighty, so congratulations again. The next award is our Medical Alumni Senior Scholarship Award. This award is given to a senior who has performed at the highest scholastic level during their 4-year period. Our winner is, drum roll please, Gabrielle Berthel.
Hi, my name is Lauren Varvados. I'm a representative for the class of 2023. So the next set of awards are the Student Chosen Awards that we elected, and the first of these awards is the Class Marshal. This is a faculty member who will lead our procession and our recession at graduation. And this is someone that we chose who represents someone that has really contributed greatly to our education. And I'm proud to announce the winner of the Class Marshal Award is Dr. Jennifer Crystal.
Good morning. My name's Elizabeth Cody. I'm the president of the class of 2024, and I get to present the Distinguished Leadership Awards. These are presented by Student Senate in recognition of outstanding academic accomplishment, as well as active participation in extracurricular programs which have led to the betterment of our school. This year, we're recognizing 21 students whose performance in these domains stood out amongst their peers. If your name is called, please rise and remain standing so that we can acknowledge you all as a group, and we ask that applause is held until all names are read. Certificates and photos will be taken later this afternoon. So the winners are Candace Acuff, Katie Adlaka, Ala Aden Sid Ahmed, Suma Alzuhaili, Joseph Atagan, Victoria Badia, Capricia Bell, Lauren Culver, Annika Grubb, Raul Gupta, Roxanne Iligan, Mindy Kim, Anna Lanier, Mitchell Nave, Lauren Robb, Maloney Shaw, Sarah Sayuma Stone, Tricia Skirivasan, Allison Surma, Lauren Varvados, and Nicole White.
My name is Joseph Atangan, Vice President of the Class of 2023. I am here to present the next award, the Voluntary Faculty Award. The award reads as follows: awarded to faculty in recognition and appreciation for years of excellence in the instruction of clinical medicine. The winner is Dr. Sarah Hyder Alatrash.
Thank you. I have the honor of presenting the Penfield Tischler Award. This award goes to a senior in the opinion of his and her classmates, who's developed an understanding of the art of medicine as displayed by the care and understanding of patients during the clinical years of medical school. And this year was a tie. So I would like to read you what was written about the first winner. These are statements from classmates. I've seen him interact with patients and individuals with disabilities in Detroit and feel that he possesses a strong hold on the art of medicine. He is the most dedicated future physician that I have met, and he recognizes the lack of medical services available specifically with those with disabilities. He has created an entire new medical network just for these patients. He is revolutionizing the ways that patients with disabilities find health care. It is my great pleasure to announce that Sean Jones won the first award. Okay, and we have a second winner since this was a tie. And these are comments written by fellow classmates. This winner embodies the heart of medicine and is dedicated to the passion and service of philanthropy. He goes above and beyond for his patients. He has a mastery of empathy and can find ways to relate to his patients, making them feel heard during the most difficult hours. His patients leave rooms laughing and smiling after interactions with him. He was professional with all. He is both an incredible friend and a compassionate medical student. I strongly believe that his commitment to patients demonstrates how he has learned the art of medicine. It is my extreme pleasure to award Wasim Al-Sayed with this.
All right, you guys don't think we're gonna make it, right? Okay, so we're good at cutting corners. So I'm gonna have Dr. Sacher, Dean Sacher, say a couple things, and then I'll give a few closing remarks to the toast.
Thank you so much, Margaret. A little bit earlier in this great ceremony, I received a text from our university president, Roy Wilson, who wants to convey his hearty congratulations for this unprecedented match rate, and also apologize because he had an obligation that he could not get away. So not only the medical school, but the entire university congratulates all of you. Thank you.
Okay, a couple of closing comments, and then we'll have the toast, and we'll have the envelope presenters go around. So I do have a couple more thank yous and recognitions, and one is to a person that without whom this whole thing probably would, I can assure you, would not have been possible, and that is Dean Steffies. He gets to be a dad today, but I want to recognize him. I don't know if you, just wave, Dr. Steffies. Yeah, so. He has unwavering dedication, he gives clear direction, he works extremely hard, and he has super capable leadership. So thank you so much for getting us all here. I also want to acknowledge Dr. K. Where are you, Dr. K? Together with April, Miss Mayweather, they really just, you guys know, they spent so much time with you all doing your rank order lists and all the drop-in sessions and everything else. So thank you so much. And your class counselor, who was heaven sent, you've already acknowledged her. So again, Dr. Crystal, wonderful. Thank you for everything. And I also know this celebration would not have been possible at all without my amazing staff. They are not just dedicated, they are absolutely for students. They are fun, they're super hardworking, they just have an eye for detail and logistics, and they do all of that really, really well. So I'm talking faster now. So I just want to really acknowledge all of them sitting here in the front row. Allison, putting this beautiful event together with Nicole and Tracy and Juanita and Benita and Jean and everybody. So I want to mention everyone, April again. Thank you so much. I hope I didn't forget anybody. So now we're going to need to just start going around to distribute the envelopes. Are you guys ready? Okay, so absolutely no opening of envelopes. The match is governed by super strict rules, so it has to be high noon. So we'll just line up and we'll start getting a toast together, and I think the class officers might help in that as well. Raul, are you here for it? Yeah, come on up here to do the toast.
Good morning, everyone. We'll multitask as everything goes on. But before we step into the next phase of our lives, I just want to quickly make a toast to the people who have supported us to get us to this point. First, to our family and friends. Thank you for your unwavering support, your encouragement, and your belief in us. You have been our rock, really, during all the good times and the bad, and we couldn't have made it here without you. Next, to those who keep our school and our class up and running. First, quick shout out to our counselor, Dr. Jennifer Crystal. This match day is just as much ours as it is yours, but there are really too many people to name. From our deans, to the school office staff, to the kind security and custodial staff who give us warm smiles as we walk the halls. Thank you for fostering the home that we call Wayne State University School of Medicine. And lastly, to the citizens and residents who live, breathe, and work in Detroit. Thank you for allowing us to care for you. You, in fact, have been our greatest teachers in medical school, and it's been the greatest honor and privilege to have cared for you during our time. So let us raise our glasses and toast to the future, a future that's bright, exciting, and filled with endless possibilities. Congratulations, everyone.